picturesque stadium in all of sports than the Rose Bowl. Noon on a Saturday and a perfect time for this showdown. It's the Florida Gators and the UCLA Bruins. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
Thanks, guys. The Florida head coach told me before the game, he has been warning his players all week. They're in the top 25. They might have the most talent, but he understands this environment is insane. This crowd has proven to be one of the best in college football, and he understands they can disrupt play calling, communication at the line of scrimmage. He has been playing crowd noise all week in practice to make sure his players are prepared. Guys, back to you.
Holly, thank you. Can't wait to see how this one unfolds. The Bruins ready to kick it away first. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Throws to the wideout. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
What a play by the defender that time, because he's matched up one-on-one man coverage against an outstanding wide receiver, and it's the defender who makes the play. Really, really good position. He was up to the challenge. Interesting to see if this quarterback goes his way again.
Jones to throw. Immediately fires to the middle. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Man, oh man, that ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way, at least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there, he didn't have it.
Nowhere to go. Same song, second verse, as this defense is ready for this guy. We talked about it earlier. Now this home crowd making life difficult. On third and long, try to convert through the air. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. Oh, the big fella's gathering steam. Touchdown, Bruins. How about this defense taking one back to the house?
And the defense comes with the blitz. Nice job getting to the quarterback. And don't just get there. Try to strip that football out. They get the QB to the ground. The ball's out. They scoop it up, take it all the way back to the house for 6.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. If you can do that, I don't know why you don't do it every time. Reduce the risk. Banged it out of the back of the end zone. They'll put it in play at the 25. Gators sending the offense back to work. Finding themselves down 7-0. They'd love to get a drive going here. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
Oh, better look out! These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
It's third down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. There's a crease, and they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
And these third downs obviously are so crucial, and that's why you call them the money down. But just to get the drive started, man, you get the third down, you get a little bit nervous. Nice job executing, running the football, moving the sticks, and now keeping this drive moving.
The Gators will snap it on 1st and 10. The run inside. It's Pryor. And the defense snows him under after a very short gain.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Jones wants to throw it. They make the stop. Not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
Nice tackle there. This free safety coming in like a heat-seeking missile and stopping him a yard short of the first down. Couldn't find his man, and they'll give up the football on downs.
And the defense chooses aggressiveness. This 4th down and short, man, and they blitz, they bring some pressure, they get home. And here's what they did. They sped up that RPO decision. Quarterback threw it, I think, a little bit before he wanted to, force the incompletion, and get the big 4th down stop.
And down goes the quarterback, but there are penalty flags on the field. Let's see what the call is. 3 yards. First down for the offense after that penalty. Running inside. It's Knight.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Iamaleava. There's the pressure. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
Using his feet. Picks up the first down. Finding some room. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11.
And as a defensive guy, man, when you play a QB like this that will take off and run and has the speed to make you pay, it just limits what you can do. It limits the amount of coverages. It just makes you play a lot more hesitant. And you can see right there, man, the guy's got speed. Interested to see how this defense continues to attack this QB.
Runs it into the house. Touchdown, Bruins!
Now, if After starting the season 0-1, this offense felt like they just left plays on the field in that first game. But so far today, they're taking advantage. QB's making good decisions. Guys are stepping up. They've limited the mental mistakes. They haven't turned the football over. It's a different-looking offense here in Game 2.
And the extra point makes it 14-0. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And it was punctuated by an 11-yard run for the score. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll start on the ground with Jaden Ball. Plows through the defense. Turning it on. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
This offense has got to get this thing going, man. Nowhere to go. Where do you want the running back to go? He gets tackled for a loss. Offensive line has to block better. They got to create some holes. They've gone nowhere. Several drives, no points. They need something to go right for this offense.
Jones to throw. Fires left. They needed a big play, and they got it. And the foot down for the first down. And the Gators moving quickly to the line.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a big gain. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything. Get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive chunks.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Caught in the backfield. It's Singleton. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. That's the end of the period, and it's UCLA in the lead. And they jumped out to that edge early. As we wrap up the first, let's take a quick look at our game. They largely dominated the first quarter and built a nice lead to get started. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Looking to throw again. Unloads to the right. He's got it. They finally get to him. But what a play there to pick up the first down. The Gators go back to work after moving the chains through the air. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Gators!
Well, this guy's dynamic, and he can hurt you in a variety of ways in the option game, and he had a chance that time to pitch it out wide if he wanted to, but he kept it himself. He shows you the wheels, takes it in for the score.
And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. And he got into the house from the 6 to finish it. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. UCLA will go back to work on offense. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line. A loss of 1.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Here's y1w2 to throw. Under fire. And it's a sack.
And you're seeing the pass rush on the second play of the drive. They dial it up. Look at the speed and athleticism this defense has as they corral the quarterback for a loss.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. The Gators are going to call their first timeout. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Rushes on him. All bottled up, and now the ball is free. A loose pigskin in the end zone, and the defense is all over it. A fumble recovery for a touchdown.
And how about this defense? Pinning their ears back, being aggressive near the goal line. They could smell it, maybe trying to get the safety, but even better, force the fumble, follow on top of it. Touchdown for this defense.
And the extra point is good. The scoop and score. What a lift it can give to the defense. Not content to get the ball. They wanted to do something with it, and they did. He'll start the return inside his 5. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. Bruins offense makes its way onto the field, hoping to get things going here. That 14-point lead is gone, and now they'll try to get back on top with a scoring drive here. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down. After that big gainer to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40. Motion from the back. Throwing, y1w2. A little release to the back. Breaks into the open. And they do a really good job. Not as easy as it looks to get those blocks. And he picks up the first down. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly. Throw it to him fast. Let him make somebody miss against a slower guy that's usually a linebacker.
You got to love the physicality up front by the defense. They're allowing only a minimal gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They eat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free and make stops.
To the air, it's y1w2. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
And you see those balls in practice sometimes. They're just off the mark. You don't know how to control it. You don't know what goes wrong, but sometimes QBs miss, and it's an incompletion.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun on 3rd down, y1w2. Complete in the middle. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
And, man, you love to see that from this offense. Coming out and answering, right? Like putting a drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown. But you want to snatch the momentum back. Nice job putting a little bit of a drive together. Now let's go cap this thing off with a touchdown.
The give, it's Knight. The draw draws nothing except a swarm of tacklers. He's stopped immediately.
And the draw play, it's about looking over here, look for pass, and then slipping it in real quick. Defense, too quick getting in the backfield, caging that ball, making it stay in the middle of the field, getting the big TFL.
After losing yardage, it's 2nd and 12. Calls his own number. He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big 1st down.
If I'm building an offense in today's football, it's not around a quarterback that can't run. I'm going to find an athlete that I can give the ball because defensively, it starts to limit your coverages. It starts to limit what I can do. It makes me play the quarterback every single play. Just makes your job as a defensive coordinator extremely hard.
And the Bruins kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. y1w2. Zings it complete to the right. Good throwing catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. Caught. He gets it in. Touchdown, UCLA. They score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
He'll bring it back from inside the 15. Probably needed to pick up an extra block or 2, but as it is, he'll be stopped at the 28. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Off play action on 1st down. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. Going right and going deep. Goes high to pull it in. Big play on that one as he works his way all the way to the 28-yard line.
And that is such an accurate throw. It's one thing to do it from the pocket when you have your feet set underneath you, but when you can get outside, off schedule, on the move, and throw a dart like that, that is just big time, and the offense gets a huge explosive play.
Here's a give the ball. Got a little grass. Got enough for the 1st. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Gators!
This really has been a tale of 2 quarters for this offense. They were shut out in the 1st quarter, and they've been lighting the scoreboard up in the 2nd. Give this offensive coordinator some credit. He found a rhythm. He was able to get this offense churning big plays out one after another, and right now they are playing with tons of confidence.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He'll be stopped just short of the 25-yard line. They'll mark it at the 24, and good work by the coverage unit. They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. Here's y1w2 to throw. Grabbed over the middle. It's Matthews. They make the stop, but the sweet rolling catch is plenty to give them a first down.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it, get upfield, and make some extra yards after the catch.
Back to pass, it's y1w2. He tries to take the top off. Upstairs to make the catch.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
An explosive play takes them right outside the red zone, and they've got it 1st and 10. Gain of about 4 sets up a 2nd and 6.
And it's not sexy, and it's not these long plays all the time. But this QB does such a good job of picking up 4 to 5 and making it where you're always ahead of the sticks and just letting you know, we'll run it. We'll take advantage of this guy's speed, and we're going to make you defend him throughout this football game.
And again, finds nowhere to run. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage this time.
Well, you see the defense make a big play there in the RPO, and they're doing it because they're starting to load the box. If you're the play caller offensively, you might want to think about having your quarterback keep the ball and then try to throw it downfield.
It's 3rd and 5. On the move. They stop him right there. They tried to convert with the run, and the defense was up for the challenge. Clock is stopped. Florida has called a timeout at 2nd. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Going right down the boulevard. And now they regain the lead.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Coming out with it, it's Abrams. He doesn't get it back to the 25. He's out of bounds at the 21-yard line. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Jones wants to throw it. Unloads it left. What a job to lay out and make the catch. The Gators will hustle to the line. Looking to throw on 1st down. Over the middle, complete to Wilson. He was not going to be denied, discarding tacklers, running behind his pads, and finally down at the 40. One more snap coming before halftime. Second down, they'll go to the air. Pocket breaking down. The pass is incomplete, and 1 second is left.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell.
Now staring at a 3rd and short from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. Here comes the heat. Makes the grab. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. As the Gators head for the locker room by the watchful eye, that full Gator head. Let's check in with Kevin Connors at the hat.
Fellows, welcome into our EA Sports Studios here in Orlando, the Week 2 edition of our College Football Update Show. Let's start with Toledo taking on the Cincinnati Bearcats. And it's the Rockets, able to pull off the upset by just a score. Going to be fun to see how this changes up the rankings. This will push them to 2-0 on the season. Here now a look at some other games of note, including a big upset inside the American Conference.
Here comes the UCLA offense onto the field to start this drive. They start this third quarter with the lead, but they might want to think about shoring up that protection.
Yeah, the good news is you're leading on the scoreboard. The bad news is your quarterback doesn't feel like it because you can't protect him. So, David, adjustments in pass protection, that has to be something they were talking about here at halftime.
100%. Just you can't get him hit that much. He's still doing a good job delivering the football, but if you keep hitting the quarterback enough, man, they'll start to see ghosts, they'll panic, and they'll make some of those mistakes.
Got his man to the left. There he goes. At the 20. Touchdown, Bruins. All into the end zone, and this crowd was eating it up. That was a lightning-fast drive that ends with a touchdown.
If you can string a few more drives like that together, man, we might as well get our popcorn out because we're going to get a lot of scoring.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. What a display of explosive capabilities on that drive. 75 yards, 2 plays, and a touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Abrams. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Here comes the Gators offense, ready to go on the attack. So this second half didn't exactly start the way they had hoped on defense, and now the offense will try to answer with a score of its own. Got room at the 35. Breaks free. And finally out of bounds after an explosive run by this ball carrier. And the Gators want to move quickly. Running the red zone. It's Pryor. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Florida.
And you talk about wasting no time. That's what this offense just did. First play, explosive play. Second play, ready to rock and roll. 2-play drive. It's exactly what they drew up over there on the sidelines, Ballmer.
And they did a great job of getting down to the goal line and getting set quick to go run that play, right? After the long play, the call came in, everybody got lined up. They were wasting no time. Defense completely on their heels. They don't know what just hit them.
And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. The lead has been sliced to a field goal, and now they'll try to answer. Swings it out to his running back. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over it. The Bruins with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Throwing, Imaliava fires to the wideout. He's got an open man. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down. This offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Knight. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Back to throw, it's Iamaleava. Grabbed in the middle, it's Matthews. Makes the tackle at the 46, but it's a 15-yard gain to get them into plus territory.
Man, they've been scoring a lot of points. When you've got the skill and you've got the speed outside at wide receiver, that's why. And here we are in the second half, and nothing's changing. If they can't cover us, we're going to keep taking shots. And that's what you got to do. This quarterback right now, he's in a beautiful rhythm. He's seeing the field. The game looks slow to him right now. And he's executing at an incredibly high level. And these receivers outside, man, they are winning each and every time.
Just barely picked up a yard with that last completion. It's 2nd and 9. Iamaleava. Quick completion on the out route. They get it down to the 35 before he stopped. 10-yard pickup on the play, and it's a first down.
Really nice job responding by the offense here. They watched the opponent go down the field and score a touchdown on that last drive, and you could see the quarterback there in the commercial break. He's telling his guys, let's go. We're going to go get this one. Everybody lock in.
And the ball is out. Who's going to get it? Scoops it up. Still a live ball.
Doesn't it always seem like that ball is on the ground for like 30 seconds? You got 17 guys running at it in slow motion. Like, I got to get the football. Offense, very lucky to get that football back.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Pulls it in. It's Knight. At the 20, he's got space. He's brought down the one. A play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line. And the Bruins, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Reads it, fires complete. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. You saw it on that play.
They'll run it from the gun. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these third downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on second down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up third and long, and now you're set up to fail.
Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. Let's it fly. Touchdown, Bruins. Fired in from the red zone for the score. I don't know exactly what the defensive coverage was, but it certainly wasn't part of the plan to leave him that wide open.
Well, I don't think they know what their defensive coverage was either. How do you leave that big guy open down here in the red zone? You know the quarterback loves the big tight ends in this area. Really poor job by the defense.
And the point after is good. Fielded in the end zone, it's Abrams. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Jaden Ball. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Jones to throw. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
And that's just what this defense needed. They needed to get a stop here in the third quarter. They've given up a lot of plays, a lot of points, a lot of yards. Needed to get a stop and try to get this ball back to their offense.
The Gators will send out the punt unit. The punters have had the day off up to this point. First one of the game. Fields the punt and looking for daylight. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Opening play of this drive comes from the 34. Here's Iamaleava to throw. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. Man, did he pay for it with that hit as he got rid of the ball.
This QB has had a lot of success all day long, throwing for so many touchdowns, looking very comfortable. Finally, the defense gets to him. Finally, the defense gets a win. They needed something to go their way. Got to start getting some more hits on this guy.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Outside the pocket, lets it go. The sure hands, it's Florida. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
This quarterback has been really good today. Has been on top of it, seeing things really, really well. That pass right there put him over the 300-yard mark. That's a pretty good day.
It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. Delayed handoff. It's Knight. He never had a chance on the draw. Tackled almost as soon as he got the ball.
And this D needs more of that, man. This is a really close football game, and you got to get these stops down the stretch and meet the physical challenge of this offense, and they do right there, man. And that's one step closer to getting this football back and maybe making this thing a football game.
Snagged in the middle. It's Knight. That's the end of the quarter, and UCLA has the lead. Now let's take a look at the stats in what has been a nip-and-tuck affair. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this third down play. They'll send the back in motion. Throwing, Imaliava. He's got him in the flat. Spins away from the defense. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
And you just get the feeling that this defense has to find a way to get off the field and get the football back at this juncture of the game, trailing late if they're going to win.
The Bruins look to keep this drive humming. Looking downfield, it's Imaliava. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
Bad news on that play, it's an incompletion. The good news is the quarterback knew if his guy wasn't going to catch it, nobody was with that ball landing out of bounds.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. The run inside. It's Knight. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Defense getting stingier in their own end of the field. It's third and long from the 28. They'll go with a direct snap. And they'll get nothing going on this one either, at least back to the line of scrimmage, but it is fourth down. And now on fourth down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. And he missed it. No good. Lead is still at double digits, but missed a chance to make it bigger.
Hey, sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but we left some points off the scoreboard there.
Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Running inside. It's Pryor. Maybe a crease. Cross the 30 to the 35, and that's a gain of 6. The Gators are in the hurry-up. Back to the ground with the running back. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Off the play fake on first down to throw.
Yeah, and this offense, listen, we're in warp speed, right? We got to score a bunch of points here. We're down, we're trailing. We got to go fast, but we also got to get first downs. And that's a nice job sneaking in the run, getting the first down, and now we crank the tempo back up.
Time to take a shot. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
Yeah, and I think you know the situation as a defender, and you know you're up by a score, and You know exactly what's going on with the offense. They got to make some big plays here in the fourth quarter. Nice job playing the deep ball, staying deep, and
makes the grab in their space. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down. And the Gators come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock, that is at a premium for this offense.
And I love the IQ by the defense on that play. Like, understand situational football. They're down by a couple scores. The clock is ticking. They need to make big plays. Nice job playing the deep ball and not giving up anything big.
And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and long. Handoff for Ball. This defense makes a play, stopping him well short, and it'll be 4th down from the 24. They'll lead the offense out there to try to get it past the marker and pick up the first. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Under fire. Incomplete on 4th down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive.
Obviously, they fail on that 4th down, but because there's still time on the clock, this game's not over. Who on defense right now can step up and make a big play and get the ball back to the offense?
UCLA will go back to work on offense. After that big stop by the defense, now they can salt this thing away. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. The Gators are going to call their first timeout. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Might as well stick with him. How about this defense? Another stop. This one right at the line of scrimmage. It's 4th down. Clock is stopped. Florida has called a timeout. It's 2nd. They've got 1 timeout left now. They'll have to choose wisely as to when to use it. Makes the catch at the 35. Looking for running room. He'll get it to the 43-yard line before he's stopped. The Gators sending the offense back to work. They get the ball back after the punt, and they've got to be efficient here as time is winding down. Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. You give away 5 like that, it's hard enough to make first downs. 1st and 15 here. Jones wants to throw it. Extending the play. Looking for his man in the middle. Got it down the field. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as they gets him down at the 37.
Well, you got to think here offensively that you may have 2 more possessions in this game. You can still win, but you've got to be aggressive. You've got to start taking shots vertically down the field, throwing to your best players.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Takes a hit as he fires. On target over the middle. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the 1st down. The Gators headed quickly to the line. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. And it's picked off right at the goal line. interception might well be the nail in the coffin. Offense gets the ball back. Oh, he's got some space. Spins away. He rolls all the way up to the 40-yard line before going out of bounds in this running game, making an impact. From any spot on the field, they're a threat to get a chunk play, and they just did it. 1st and 10 from the 40. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. A mere 4 seconds after the clock stopped for the 2-minute timeout, the defense gets it stopped again, trying to get the ball back. Play action. Iamaleava unloads to the wideout. That's caught. It's Matthews. He's got enough for the 1st down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one. And the Bruins come to the line with a fresh set of downs. And with the game all but decided, this quarterback will take a knee.